everybody. Welcome to the Social Security seminar.
I'm so glad you're all with us. Can we try this without the mic and see how we do? Hold on one second. You got a big Marine Corps voice, so I think we can do this, okay? All right.
That's good.
Thank you all so much for coming. On behalf of Harry and Ann and the team at AIM, we're so glad you're here. And what we're going to do tonight is eat some great food, right? That's obviously part of it. But more than that, I'm going to sort of take your brain off, or take your head off, spin it around a couple times, and persuade you that most of you probably walked into the room thinking about Social Security in a way that may not really be fruitful. Because, is it a government benefit or is it something else?
My money.
It's your money. My money. Exactly.
Yeah.
And how many of us think that it might just be a couple $1,000 a month or $1,800 a month or something like that from the government? When in fact, it's really your money. Okay? Joe, I'm going to pick on you a little bit. Are you good sport? You get an extra dessert if you play along, okay? Okay. Now, if you opened up your folder here tonight and you had maybe your Fidelity or your Schwab account, and there was, I know you California people, it's a little bit, Harry has business in several states. I was working down in Texas last night in Houston. And so you may have a higher threshold of interest, but if you had $100,000 in your Schwab or Fidelity account, would you be paying attention to it? Absolutely. Wow. Okay, you get two desserts. Last night the lady didn't get all excited until about $500,000, and then I said, okay, well, that's a lot of money. $100,000 is a lot of money to me. I'm going to show you that your Social Security is worth quite a lot more than that. But you've been thinking about it pretty much like $1,600, $1,800, $2,000 a month, rather than another asset in your portfolio. So that's my premise tonight, is to persuade you, before you get dessert, before you get your dinner, you got to think differently than you did walking in the door. Is that fair? All right. We're also going to think a little bit about, and I hate looking at myself in these mirrors, so I'm going to bounce around a little bit. The bald head is kind of just shocking. I'm going to persuade you also to start thinking about retirement kind of like climbing a big long ladder. Climbing up a ladder is not that hard, right? Because you're not looking down at the ground. You don't really know how high you are. And most of us, we start working when we're 15, 16, 18 years old, and so we just keep climbing. And the goal has been, we want to get to the top of the house. We want to get to the roof, and we want to look out, survey the view, and see, well, we've got several $100,000 or maybe several $1 million in our nest egg. The problem is, when you turn around and look down, it's kind of a long way down, right? Looking at me tonight, you probably would not know that 5 years ago, I climbed up a ladder. I've been doing this since I was 6, 7, 8 years old with my grandfather. Being on a roof was no big deal. Did it my whole life working for my dad. Double check, both feet. Nice sunny day. I scurry up the ladder. Put my left foot on the roof. No problem. I go to put my right foot on the roof. Big problem. About a nanosecond later, I'm looking up 15, 16 feet in the air, and it felt like a train just hit me. So coming down the ladder for me was the problem. Going up was no big deal. Coming down was the problem. Well, how many people in 2000 or 2008 or possibly 2018 are looking down from the top of their financial house and saying, gosh, that's a long way down, and slipped off the ladder? The dot-com bubble, the housing crisis, there's a lot of things that have taken us down the ladder far too quickly. So as we look at Social Security tonight, the reason that I'm so excited to be a part of Harry's team is that we think about your Social Security as another asset class in your overall portfolio. Very few financial advisors actually do that. Most of them say, okay, run over here, work on your Social Security. When you're done, come back over to my office and we'll figure out the rest. I don't believe that's a credible way of helping you, because Social Security should be integrated into everything you're doing. It's not just $1,500, $1,800, $2,000 a month. It has tax ramifications, it has lifetime benefits. So let's look at retirement from a benefit standpoint. Let's just turn this on. Okay, here we go. Anybody ever heard of my friend Tom Hegna? You know him because he wears black suits and bright orange shirts and bright orange ties. Nobody wears these. I mean, nobody would have that fashion statement except for Tom. But he's a brilliant guy. We're going to talk about some of the things he says. But one of the things he says, you don't need money in retirement. What do you need? You need income. What time? Sure. But you need health, right? But you need income. You need predictable, reliable, sustainable income. You don't necessarily need a big pot of money. Because a big pot of money doesn't necessarily equate to a consistent income, does it? It might equate to a lot of stress watching your fair trade account go up and down, or your trade station account. So you need income that's predictable and reliable and sustainable. Well, the good news about Social Security is it does that. It's predictable, it's reliable, it's sustainable, you can't outlive it, and it actually keeps pace with inflation. So ask yourself this question. Does a 401k or an IRA or your real estate holdings or maybe even your business buyout, does it have those same characteristics? Are you selling your business at the proper time? Or did the market demand for your particular product or service decline just about the time you're ready to sell your business? So we need predictable, reliable, sustainable income, and Social Security does that for us. Now, we're going to talk about the fact that other things in your portfolio are very important and may in fact be the lion's share of what you have. But Social Security is probably bigger than you think it is. And in my opinion, it's more important than you think it is because you probably haven't been paying attention to it in light of another asset class. It's just been a couple $1,000. Okay, Lawrence J. Kolikoff, and he's America's #1 expert on Social Security. He's a PhD from Harvard. He's a professor at Boston University. He consults with the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank. He consults to actually 50 countries around the U.S. on the solvency of their Social Security type programs. One of the things that's unique about Harry's practice is that we use his software and his calculators to run Social Security optimization or maximization reports. And we're going to get into that in a few minutes. But some of you may want to or need to squeeze every ounce of juice out of your Social Security orange or lemon, right? You got to get every single dollar out. Others of you may not need to get every dollar out, but you may need to do it as efficiently as possible. So you might need to optimize, and you guys might need to maximize, or vice versa. So we're going to talk about both. Well, one of the things that's available to you tonight is if you'd like to come visit with us, we'll actually run one of Dr. Kolikoff's reports for you at no charge. It goes through almost 90,000 different algorithms to figure out what's the best way for you either as a single person or a divorced person or a widow or a widower or a couple to maximize or optimize those benefits. So that's one of the options that will be available to you, and I'll tell you how to do that in a little while. So anybody been to the Social Security website, ssa.gov, and filled out your online account? Great. Not that hard, right? Answer some security questions. Remember, the first boy you kiss in 8th grade, and that's all these kind of things the questions are. Once you get through, here's the thing I thought was kind of interesting. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on Geico car insurance, right? Now, there was in the Marine Corps like 12 pages on how to tie my boots, right? In the Air Force, there's probably 12 pages on how to, tie your tie. So I'm pretty sure that in my experience with government infrastructure, that website does not go through 90,000 algorithms to make sure they're getting every American citizen every dollar deserved and owed to them, right? Is that a fair assumption? So, we hire CPAs, we hire attorneys, we hire estate planners. When's the last time we said, I probably need an expert to look over my Social Security strategy and make sure I'm maximizing it? I didn't know there were 567 different ways to do it. I didn't know there were over 2,000 rules. So, one of the cool things about the practice is that we help you maximize or optimize. Talk about that. But how do we get the money to begin with? Well, you and your employer have contributed 12.4% out of every paycheck. just sort of vanishes, right? Most of us don't actually look at the gross, right? We sort of look at the net. It goes into the bank account at Chase or Wells Fargo or something. We never really see the pay stub, maybe at the end of the year. So it just comes out of our check and magically goes away. Your highest 35 years determine your eligibility dollar amount, your payment. Okay, you got your account already. We talked about that. We're going to use the national average from a couple years ago of $2,212 per month. We're going to use the cost of living. Those of you in the military are familiar with COLA. Cost of living basically adjusts for inflation or a higher cost in one particular area. Going back to 1985, COLA averages 2.8% per year. 2016, what was it? Zero. Is that right? 2017, 0.3. So pretty much flat right now. So we kind of cut that in half. We said, going back 30-some years, it's almost 3%. Recently, it's 0, so let's just put it at 1.5. So it's a fair analogy, a fair math problem here. All right. So you said Joe, right? Okay. So Joe said he'd pay attention at 100. Lady in Houston last night said, okay, you got to get to 500. So somewhere between that, your money coming to you over a 10-year period. All right. What do we have here? $288,000. This isn't $2,000 a month. This is a TD account or a Chase account or a Wells Fargo account with over $250,000 in it. That's a lot of money. How many of y'all are married? Okay. For those of you, and you never ask a lady's age, guys, you already look pretty old, right, like me, but ladies, you look great. For those of you that are married and you're married still at age 65, you got over a 60% chance of one of you living to age 90. So that means you're going to have these benefits for a while. $633,000 if you keep it for 20 years. That one person that lives into their 90s, and about a third of you statistically will live to age 90, you're going to be a Social Security millionaire. That's a lot of money. So, Joe, if now you've got a 7-figure account in that portfolio, you're paying attention to every dollar, aren't you? You're paying attention to every quarter point change in return year over year. You're really making this thing work for you. But if it's a couple $1,000 a month, does it feel as weighty as it does if I tell you it's $1 million? It really doesn't. So, we've already accomplished half of the goal to get you to shift your thinking. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. So if it's a lot of money, then we want to make sure it's doing things for you as efficiently and as effectively as possible. If we go here, what would your check be? Sorry, I'm in the way of my little clicker here. I got all this electronic digital stuff. You're born between 43 and 54. Your full benefit would be $2,687. All right? Age 62, what happens if you take it at 62? You take away 25%. Right. So, you just gave up 25% of your earnings for the rest of your life. If you live to be 100, that's pretty painful. If you live to be 63, you did a good job. Right? 62, 63, 64, 65, 66. Now, you're at 100%. So look, your money grew at 5% a year between 62 and 66. Wouldn't you want your $1 million portfolio growing at 5% a year? Or more. Or more. Here's the or more part. This guy wants 2 desserts. 67, 68, 69, 70, it's growing at 8%. Guaranteed, sustainable, you can't outlive it. So if that's the case, from 62 to 70, you leave Social Security in the crock pot for a while, it actually grows pretty substantially. For effectively doing nothing, you're almost doubling your money over that 8-year period of time. Now, I know some of you are saying, well, John, there's a break-even point in the future, right? Because you're not getting this money in that period of time. And that's true. For most people, it's in their late 70s. Late 70s to 100 is still a very, very long time. So, if we compare this, 5 and 8%, to the average American portfolio, most people have a balanced portfolio, right? In stocks, bonds, ETFs, real estate. We look at comparisons. Stock market, 100-year period of time, 1900 to 2000, 5.3%. Obviously, if you kind of go after the Great Depression, you can make those numbers look a lot better. But if we look at a century, which is a pretty reasonable time frame,
stock market 5, 6, 7%, right? We're not getting 12, 13, 50%. That's just pie in the sky. Bond market a little under 5%. Well, let's look and compare that with some other things. CDs, less than 1%. Unless we go back to the 1980s, we're not going to get CDs of any substance as far as interest rates, right? Money markets is just an electronic mattress. That's all it is. It's mattress money on your iPhone. That's really all it is. It's a convenience, but it's not earning you anything. Your Social Security, however, 5 to 8%, guaranteed, predictable. You can't outlive it. It keeps pace with inflation. So, many of you all are saying, I'm going to retire at 62, and I'm going to start getting my money the very first day. And I say, well, I don't want you to retire at 62 and get your money. And some of you are going to take me out back and punch me, right? You're like, I'm not working one more day. Work is a 4-letter word. Stop cursing at me. Okay? I'm not necessarily telling you keep working, although ladies, if you might rib him. If he works another 4 years and you double your money, reward him. You rib him a little bit, get him out there, and then reward him. Take him to Hawaii. You know? Buy a new dress, go out for a fancy dinner, take him down to the West End. Reward the man for working, or gentlemen, the ladies who are working a little extra. Because the long-term benefit of that is pretty powerful. But maybe you're not going to work more. Let your money work more. If you've got assets earning 1 or 2 or 3%, pull them from the future where you were going to spend them when you're 80, pull them and spend them now, and push Social Security out into your late 60s and early 70s. You're not working longer, you're simply reversing the order of withdrawals of resources that you already have. So I'm not going to get beat up tonight by John makes us go back to work. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying make your money go back to work. Make your money that has the most horsepower gain as much as you can, and the money that has the least horsepower, go ahead and spend it and use it now. All right. It also depends on some things that are pretty important. In my case, life expectancy. Dad, 67, Papa, 100. Even if I split the difference, I'm probably well into my 80s. If you are struggling with some sort of substantial disease, if you have a fiscal crisis, these are your dollars, and I'm not telling you don't take your own money and spend your own money. I simply want to, and Harry wants to visit with you and help you understand the pros and cons of taking that money now versus taking that money later. So these are all things that we would help you consider and simply compare apples to apples of spending the $100,000 you have over here in this CD account now and spending the $100,000 in Social Security in 3 years. You earn 5% a year or 8% a year for that 3-year period of time. So all we're doing is helping you stop and take a breath and consider if there's a better way than the way you walked in here tonight considering to do it. Is that a fair request on my part? I'm not asking you to buy anything. You can't buy anything tonight. Your checkbooks are safe. There's nothing you can buy tonight. All you can do is eat dinner and then come spend some time with us and explore, do you have the right strategy in place? Is there something you could do better than you already think you're going to do it? And if we discover that you're doing it the right way, we'll give you a high five, we'll send you on the road, and we'll say, God bless you. You're doing great. If there's something else that you're not doing as well, or there's an area of concern, we'll be honest with you. We'll say, you might want to look at this. You might want to look at this a little differently. So, health, life expectancy, need for income. If you have other resources that could replace that $2,000 or $3,000 a month, whatever your number is, then it might make sense. And again, that's a big might. Big group of people, everybody's got a different life story, everybody's got a different health situation, financial situation, kids, grandkids, that whole 9 yards. So there's no right answer. And there's really no wrong answer. But there are better answers. And we want to help you get to the better answer. Okay? You all have a pension. Any government employees or big company pensions? Okay, pretty small number. Different parts of the country, you see that percentage larger, some places smaller. So here, maybe about 10% of the room. Nationally right now, it's about 19% of Americans have a pension. It's going down, projected to about 15% of Americans are going to have a pension. So, when you take a pension, generally, you take that in the form of a single life or a dual life, right? I'm going to take my pension and I'm going to have it from my company, from my employer, as long as I live, or if I take a little less, I'm going to have it as long as my spouse lives, whoever passes away second. So in this scenario, we're going to look at a typical client. Husband gets his pension, $2,000 a month. Wife, she took time out of the workforce. She raised the 3 kids. So her Social Security benefit was based on some lower earning years. Her average was lower, so her benefit's a little lower. So between the 3 of them, they've got about $60,000. Now, that's not a lot of money, unless you've got your house paid off, you got your car paid off, and you pretty much are just spending money on a monthly basis. You're pretty comfortable. Here's the situation. When he passes away, his pension goes away if it's a single life pension. All right? I'll get out of your way here. And her Social Security goes away because she ratchets up to his, which is a good thing and a bad thing all at the same time. So she gets the higher benefit, but she had an over $36,000 a year hit immediately. Now, one of the things that Harry might have said to this family was, this is a great idea because you're getting more money today from your employer. And if both of you go down all the way to a wife, you did better because you got the money now. But are you prepared for this event? Do you have some life insurance that might cover that difference? Do you have some other strategy in place that would make up for the difference? And if so, take the single life pension and take every dollar possible. And possibly take Social Security at 62. So the right answer for this couple might be, take the money and run, take Social Security and run. Just put in place a strategy that makes up for this event when one of the spouses passes away. All right? You would be shocked at how many people walk into their HR department, check the box, and don't even have a clue that this could happen to their spouse. That's heartbreaking when we have those conversations. We don't want anybody in this room to not be aware that that is a very real possibility if you're not strategizing for the differential in what happens when the primary breadwinner passes away. So Social Security is a benefit because you get the higher earner's monthly check, but yours goes away if you're the spouse. So how do you pay for retirement? Well, like the Marine Corps says, we have a rule for everything. When you wake up, when you sleep, like where to eat, how much you can eat, how much you can't eat. Well, the government says, here's how you should retire. Okay? 33% of your income is going to come from Social Security. About 21% from your pension. Well, the folks that raise their hand, you guys are okay. The rest of us, we're in trouble. We got some assets, Wall Street stuff. And then this red pie piece right here says earnings. Anybody know what Uncle Sam means when he says earnings? Ron, earnings. What does Uncle Sam mean? A job, right? A J-O-B. So how retired are you if Uncle Sam says 2.5 days a week you're going to work? You're not really retired. So this is Uncle Sam's perfect scenario. You got a pension, you got Social Security, you got some savings and investment and a job. Well, for most of us in the room, sorry, there's a lot of folks in here tonight. For most of us in the room, we've got 2/3 of every retirement dollar squarely on our shoulders. And that is the situation. We understand you have real life, you got a job, you got a family. We want to work with you. We're going to spend about an hour together, and we're going to see if we can help you maximize or optimize your Social Security. Love to spend time with you. Whether you businesses or not, just for our record-keeping purpose at IRS rank, we do need a yellow sheet from everybody, so we'd love for you all to come. Even if you're not coming, please turn in a yellow sheet with your contact information and your table number. And we're going to turn loose. We're going to grab your salad plates, get you some dinner, and we'll get going. Thank you so much. So while they're clearing the tables, Mary and I will come around and get the yellow sheets while you're eating. We'll kind of go through the master calendar, and then we'll bring you an appointment card and your second opinion folder, okay?